Hi, we're Shannon and Jerry Arner.
And our dog, Betty White.
Your hosts of the Arner Adventures podcast.
Could we have named it something more creative? Probably. But it's the name of our blog. It's our last name. We're on an adventure. Yada, yada, yada. After owning our own business, working 24/7.
And don't forget a mental breakdown in between.
We made a lifestyle change and decided to make the most out of life.
We sold our house, most of our belongings, downsized, and moved to the coast.
We live life minimally, but fully.
We live each day as an adventure.
This show will help you learn how to live life more fully, with more intention, by experiencing more, and with less stuff.
We'll talk about our own experiences, interview others who have much to share by creating a spark in our lives.
Some days we'll share real-life ongoings of what we're going through, and others will talk about our favorite flavor of waffle.
Come join our adventure.
It's the Arner Adventures Podcast.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Jerry.
Betty White, who is 10 days away from being a teenager, is hanging here with us, and we're back for episode 79 of the Arner Adventures podcast.
This is a Shannon and Jerry focused episode today. We have a topic that we wanted to address because we thought if this is something we're dealing with, we want to share it, and hopefully it helps y'all.
Yes, but first, let's get to our review of the week. You want to say it? you seem pretty into it. So why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, I'm not trying to bump you out of the way, but for some reason, I'm just compelled to read this.
Yeah.
Our review comes from Jerf Surf, or is that Gurf Surf?
I don't know. Gurf Surf.
I'm going to go with Gurf Surf.
Okay.
Because I think it'd be a J if it was Jerf Surf. So Gurf Surf says, a bright spot of my week. I enjoy learning about all of the ways people reinvent their lives for the better, but in more simpler terms. Keep up the good work.
Well, thank you so much, Gurf Surf. We really appreciate it. That's very kind.
That is kind, Gurf Surf.
If you all would like to support our podcast, do us a solid. Please leave us a 5-star review rating in the platform you're listening to us on. It helps to serve us up to others who may enjoy content like ours, like you're listening to.
You darn tootin'.
Yeah. Well, today, y'all know that we are no strangers to decluttering. We talk about it a lot on our blog and several times on the podcast. And as minimalists who have downsized our lives, we did that a few years ago, we want to always get back to the basics, decluttering the things that are not so important and the things that, take away from the things that are important.
Well, we have a confession to make. We are starting to get a lot of clutter.
Yeah.
We receive things. We haven't been saying no. We're much better than we used to be, but no excuses here. We have to be mindful of the stuff that comes inside of our house.
We do. And this kind of started with, we're trying to be very authentic and want to be more open about some things that we're struggling with. And I think, when people sometimes will even in our lives will see us with something that we like and they'll go, but I thought you were a minimalist. And it doesn't mean that we don't have stuff, and it doesn't mean that we're perfect. It's a work in progress. And I don't want to call it a struggle because I love the life that we have.
Oh, yeah.
What I will say is a struggle is when you just kind of fall back into the old ways of just accepting the things that come into your life. And look, I'm not blaming the people or companies that send it to us. I blame ourselves for not saying no to it.
Well, or we should have maybe a better system set up. Like if something comes into the house, something's got to leave or something, something like that. We don't really quite have that standard for things coming in that we got to make adjustments for them. We do over time. We go, well, a lot of stuff's been coming in for about a month. And then we realize we got to make some adjustments then.
Yeah. I just want to put a little PSA out there that Betty White is chewing a toy. If you hear something, she's here chewing a toy. Yeah. Anyway, she needs to do some decluttering too.
She sure does.
But we realized lately that we were like, gosh, we just are starting to have so much stuff, and you can feel it accumulate. I can feel like the weight of it mentally and physically accumulating.
Oh, I'm with you. Yeah. I'm not like thinking specifically of certain things, but it's just in the back of your mind. Like our space is getting smaller.
Yeah.
Stuff in here
we've got too much stuff.
Yeah.
So as we reach the midpoint of the year, July's right around the corner, it's just an excellent opportunity to revisit our decluttering goals, reevaluate our progress, see, that life can be busy. It's easy for clutter to creep back into our lives. We're going to take a beat. We're going to reflect and revise our decluttering efforts to allow us to realign with our original intentions and make necessary adjustments along the way.
Yeah, it's constantly an evolving process. We never quite get to a point where it's like, we got this down. Like there's no real science to it, but you always have to sort of make new adjustments. So anyway, we have our Declutter Challenge, which we launch at the beginning of each year. Well, for the past 2 years. It's a great place to start or revisit when you feel physical and mental clutter come in.
That's right. Mid-year revisions help us stay accountable, motivated on our decluttering journey. So, we are going to start the 30-day declutter challenge again, July 1st. We're inviting you all to join us. It's a chance to celebrate the progress we've made, identify areas that need more attention, and set those new decluttering goals for the rest of the year.
And I got to point out too, when we say we invite you to join us, we mean like digitally online. We'll take care of the stuff in our house. It would get a little crowded if everybody came over and helped us see. It would probably be a fire hazard, actually.
Well, not only that, but you shouldn't have someone else tell you what you should get rid of.
That's true. Yeah, it's got to be just.
And I am saying that to myself because I have a habit of going into people's homes, loved ones, not just strangers. And I'll be like, you don't need this. Get rid of this. But that's not the right way to do it because you have to go through that own process yourself. So join us.
And their response usually is, how did you get in here?
Let me call the police.
It's been a problem. But no, I kid.
But we want you to join us while on your own declutter challenge, which we've talked about before. But if you're new here, we have formed our own declutter challenge that we share. Like Jerry said, a couple years ago, we started it. Get ready to set the perfect summer ambiance with Southern Oak Artisan, our trusted sponsor for this episode.
Southern Oak Artisan specializes in crafting 100% natural soy candles that not only enhance the aesthetics of your space, but also prioritize your health. These candles are made with non-toxic ingredients, ensuring a safe and enjoyable breathing experience. So say goodbye to overpowering scents.
With an array of delightful summer options like lime but no salt and their new Mayberries candle that is strawberry guava scented. OMG, you're going to be spoiled for choice when it comes to selecting your favorite scent.
What's even better is that Southern Oak Artisan's 100% natural soy candles are handmade right here in our home state of North Carolina. But don't worry, if you're not local, they ship all across the United States.
Ready to bring the captivating scents of Southern Oak Artisan into your home this summer? Head over to arneradventures.com/Southern Oak Artisan, where you can grab our exclusive discount code and link to save on your soy candle purchase.
That's arneradventures.com/Southern Oak Artisan. Make sure to check the show notes for easy access.
It's time to elevate your space with the essence of summer. And now let's dive back into the show. We always do it January 1st. You can do it anytime. It just needs to be 30 days in a row.
In a row. Let's make that 30 days in a row.
Yeah.
It can go from June the 23rd to July if it's the 23rd, whatever the 30-day mark.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And look, we're not going to beat ourselves up about it. You shouldn't either. We're just going to do better because that's what it's all about.
That is what it's all about. So let's talk about some ways you can revisit decluttering in a positive way and why it is important.
Yes. So first of all, regular revisiting of the declutter challenge is important. Again, it's down in the show notes. It helps you to get a pulse check on the whole situation. Just get an idea of some of the areas that you need to work on.
Yeah, that's your foundation. Get back to basics. Adapt to life changes. Our needs and priorities change over time. Revisiting decluttering allows you to reassess your belongings and make conscious decisions about what aligns with your current lifestyle.
That's right. Life changes. So, when we first, I'm going to use this as an example. When we first decluttered, changed our whole life, downsized, we really, we did strip things down to basic, what we needed to survive. Right.
Oh yeah.
And had a handful of things, but I will say, for example, our life has changed where we really appreciate our garden and being outside. So a decluttering for us is not going to include things that we need to keep our garden going, or it's not going to, like, we really like the seating area we have on our back patio area. So, we did, when we got some new seating loungers, we did get rid of some chairs we didn't need, but there are things that change in your life. So a decluttering may be different now than it looked, even 6 months ago. You might have different priorities of your life. So just adapt to those changes and understand that when you revisit decluttering, it is important because your life has changed.
Yeah, life is ever evolving.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at any aspect of life. It's
Yeah.
ever evolving. You always got to make some adjustments.
That's right.
Mhm.
The next thing we want to talk about is preventing the clutter creep. So
And no, that's not a guy in your neighborhood.
it could be.
It could be, yeah.
We have some clutter creeps on the waterway. They have a bunch of stuff on their boats, and it's like a hoarding situation.
That's true.
They could be called clutter creeps or clutter pirates. I don't know.
And from this day forward, I think they are.
They will be.
We will refer to them as that. Yeah.
Well, clutter has that way of sneaking back into our lives, right? And the biggest thing that we, Jerry and Shannon, need to do is to say no more, or like Jerry said, have a system where, okay, if something is delivered to us, and I want to make sure that we do address the fact that with our business, Arner Adventures, just like any business owner, but in our line of work, people do send us a lot of stuff. And, sometimes I'm like, gosh, did you read that we're minimalists and that, but some of the things that are delivered to us are things that fit with our lifestyle that could be something that we would make use of, that would be have a reason for being in our life. However, we didn't seek it, but look, they want us to promote it, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So there's so much, we've told you guys before, we do not promote things that we don't use or that does not provide value in some way to our life. So there's so much that you don't see that we get. And it just, I don't know. I used to put it in a box in the back saying we would do like giveaways, right? But then I'm like, gosh, we're just kind of promoting all that crap that nobody, well, if they want it, I don't know. I just feel like we were perpetuating that whole lifestyle of just, here's some more crap we're going to give away. So we end up usually giving it to our local, like a Goodwill. It's not Goodwill, but something like that. But it does have a way of sneaking back in. So our whole point here is by revisiting decluttering multiple times a year, you can stay proactive in managing the clutter and avoid it from piling up again.
Moving right along, enhance mental clarity. A clutter-free environment promotes mental clarity and reduces stress.
Mm-hmm.
Regular decluttering sessions help you create a calm and focused mindset. We talk about the importance of ridding negative mental clutter.
Yeah, and in our declutter challenge, it is mental and physical clutter.
Oh yeah.
And we have a little back area behind where we are now that we keep kind of some outdoor stuff and our camping stuff. And that when that starts getting like more stuff in it, I feel the weight mentally. I feel that stress.
Yeah. Yeah. And that one particular area is where it all gets concentrated to. Yeah. We do have to keep a constant revolving door there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, when we're done with this, I may go back there.
I'm sure you will.
Start decluttering it. But
Shannon, get back here. Oh no, you're still.
I didn't leave.
You're still here.
But it does. Revisiting it does enhance your mental clarity. Are you ready for your summer adventures? Well, we've got something amazing to make your travel experience a breeze.
Absolutely. Say goodbye to the hassle of checking your luggage and wasting time at the airport. We've got the perfect solution for you.
It's our fave, the Base Carry-On Rollers, your ultimate travel companion for the season. With Base, you can pack smarter and lighter so you can make the most of your summer getaway.
We've been flooded with questions about how we manage to avoid checking our luggage, and our answer is simple. Pack smarter and choose Base.
Forget about those extra fees and waiting at the baggage claim. The Base Carry-On Rollers are designed to fit all your essentials in one compact size, so you can breeze through the airport without a worry, and they are super chic.
Plus, we've got a special treat for you. Head over to the arnerventures.com/base. That's BEIS and grab the link to save $15 off your first purchase.
Trust us, this is a game changer. All our family and friends who travel with us now rely on Base luggage because they got tired of hearing me complain about wasting time.
So don't miss out on this incredible offer. Visit arnerventures.com/base to grab the link. It's also conveniently located in the show notes.
Get ready for happy travels and a summer filled with unforgettable adventures. Now back to the show. And, I do think that maybe we'll even look at doing it more than just twice a year. I think we should do it more often, quarterly or something.
Well, yeah. At least quarterly. Quarterly is a good time every season.
Yeah.
It's kind of a good thing for that, I think.
And look, it's also important to celebrate progress and motivate yourself.
Yep.
I feel like you can get pretty negative in the conversation. I feel like right now I'm even kind of getting down about how I've allowed this stuff to come in. We've allowed this stuff to come in.
Yep.
But you have to really change that mindset, reflect on your decluttering journey throughout whenever you started it. It helps you celebrate the progress you've made, stay motivated. And look, no matter where you started, you've come so far.
Well, you have, yeah, and we have a lot of things we can look back on and realize, oh, that was us a year ago. We realize we're a lot better. We're evolving. You just got to have a growth mindset. And once again, this can be applied to any area of life.
That's right.
Identify areas that need attention. By revisiting decluttering, you can identify areas of your home or life that may require more decluttering and attention. You may find that some areas require more attention than others.
Yes. So I feel like our living room is super clutter-free.
Yep.
I feel like it stays that way.
Yeah.
I think our bedroom stays clutter-free. It's our sanctuary.
Uh-huh.
But I'd say probably the kitchen and that back area gets more stuff. The kitchen's not so bad, but but that back area, we've talked about that several times. Obviously, you all can tell that we've identified the area that needs attention for sure.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's far and away more so than anything else. Yeah. A kitchen's a kitchen. There's a lot of things that go on there. So things come out of the cabinets, go back in. There's just a lot of things moving, or a lot of moving parts in a kitchen.
But I am sitting here thinking we are the people who wrote the blog about having 2 coffee mugs, and we were so proud of that. And we have quite a bit more than that now.
Why do people like to give away coffee mugs?
I don't know.
And then they put you in that position of going, well, I like the old one. I can't let that go for the new one, but I like the new one too.
So that
gets a little complex.
We are going to have to, even our travel mugs and all that, we just got to get rid of them again.
That can keep you up at night. Yeah, we do have to get rid of some of those.
Yeah. And we did it in January. So that's the thing, is that tells you how quickly it accumulates.
It does. Yeah, very much so.
Yay. Well, the next thing we want to talk about is how revisiting decluttering fosters a mindful and intentional lifestyle. So when you assess your situation and you're like, all right, I'm going to declutter, understand that you're retraining your mind. You're reinforcing a mindful and intentional approach to your belongings and your surroundings. It really encourages you to make conscious choices about what you bring into your life and what you let go of. For example, I just talked about the coffee mugs. Mm-hmm. I am now putting that mindset in that I need to turn down coffee mugs if somebody gives me one.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for that free coffee mug. I don't really need it. Let's give it to somebody who needs it.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
I think that goes with everything. And us just talking about this and putting it out there makes it where I want to make sure I evaluate every single thing when it comes in the door. Do I just need to go ahead and put it in our donation station and just go ahead and get rid of it? Like, don't open it and think you're going to enjoy it. Just get rid of it. Right. We need, so I'm going to have an intentional mindset that aligns with our lifestyle.
We do need to have a little bit more of a detailed system.
Yeah.
As far as things coming in. I got a good example of something recently. We were gifted a very nice piece of patio furniture, mm-hmm. and
a lounger.
So what we did, was we got on, there's all kind of things you can do nowadays. We got on, I guess, maybe the Facebook Marketplace, and we put a couple chairs. So we did rotate that. We brought in the new and got rid of these old chairs to somebody, and somebody's making good use of them. And, we got a few bucks out of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. It's what we talked about earlier. And here we are changing our mindset, because earlier I was kind of getting down on the fact that we had outdoor stuff, that our life had changed, but we did do a good thing. We did.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did. Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Uh-huh.
So that is
the outdoors too breathes a little better. It's not like inside where you start feeling the walls getting closer in.
Yeah.
When you're outdoors, you're like, okay, everything's, when it's open. It is a different feeling outside than inside.
Yeah. And, most of you might be listening to this going, well, it's not like I get crap delivered to me free, like stuff for free. But here's where you can change it. And I'll link it down in the show notes too. A big step we took probably 2 years ago was ridding the mail that comes in. And it does take, probably a good cycle, maybe a month or two of mail to come in and you to get off of the list. It takes a little bit more time and elbow grease in the beginning. But once you start getting off of those lists and being a little passive aggressive, like sending catalogs back to where they came from, they will stop sending them to you. I mean, it's like, oh, we don't need to keep wasting our money and postage on this family because they keep sending it back, or they're getting off of the list. And once you get off of their list, they have to legally abide by that. And so I'll link a blog post down the show notes that tells you how to do that. We rarely get mail, like rarely. And thank God, because I don't want that crap.
Oh no, I know, it's true. It really has dwindled down gradually. So we just get little bits of mail.
Yeah. Or those packages that we need to start saying no to.
Once in a while, they got to go back with a big old frown face on them.
That's right. Well, that's kind of it. We just wanted to, hope that our authenticity helps you to maybe look at your own situation. And, we hope you're going to embark on this journey with us again, like some of you did in January. And, we're going to be sharing more of our experience on social media. And we're always very open and transparent in our weekly newsletter that arrives Sundays. If you want to sign up for that newsletter, we'll have a link down in the show notes. And we just, share tips and tricks and all kinds of things on our blog. And we just hope that you'll come along for the ride with us.
I would hope so. Yeah. And we look forward to any kind of responses we hear from anybody on their progress and their journey. If this episode resonated with you, or if you know of someone who would benefit from anything we talked about today, or any episode, our guests, or anything, please share it with a friend. It's a great way of supporting the podcast and us, and we really appreciate it.
Another way of supporting the pod is by leaving us a 5-star review or rating on the platform you're listening to us on. Oh, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because that also supports us. We would love that.
You can always find us, links we refer to during the show, and any of the podcast sponsors at arneradventures.com, or linked here in these show notes. And until next time, enjoy that journey you're on. We're wishing you lots of adventures.
Adios.
Arrivederci.
Au revoir.
Adios.
Sayonara.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Dos vidaniana.